Hello, everybody. Here we go. All right, we're gonna do a little live today. All right. So I want to talk to you today about if you are stuck in your weight loss program, your lifestyle, whatever you're doing to try to lose weight and fat. I'm going to talk about the most common things I find with people that are keeping them from losing weight and they don't even realize it's happening. Okay. So first of all, if you are starting to lose weight and you've kind of gone through your little detox period where you get kind of foggy, you feel a little tired, you've been doing it for a few days, like you kind of went from 0 to 100 in a day. Like you went from your old lifestyle to your new lifestyle, which might include cutting carbs drastically, cutting out sugar drastically, all of these things. And all of a sudden you just kind of go, whoop. You're like, what's going on? I feel like a zombie, da 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 da. You're going through your detox period. Just know that's what that is. If you keep eliminating it, let your body process out what's been in your system for so long, you're going to get that burst of energy and it's going to just happen. The other thing you're going to notice, the first thing you're always going to notice first is clothes are going to fit looser. Okay. So quit looking at the scale. So I'm just trying to give you some tips as you're going along, especially in the beginning where you feel like nothing's happening, that things are happening, but you got to understand it's going to take your body a process, which is time to move through some of these things in these stages to get you where you're starting to now burn fat every day, 24/7. Okay. So you may get tired. You may feel plump in energy, especially if you've never intermittent fast. You're like, this doesn't even feel right. It's you walking through the detox and then boom, you're clear. Your thinking should be getting clearer. You should be feeling sharper, sleeping better, and all these things. Okay, so let's kind of get into this deal. Okay, so if you are doing timed eating, what I call timed eating, because when you time things, you are more effective. Other people will call it intermittent fasting. If you're doing that and you think you're truly doing it, let me show you what you may or may not know. Or I have found I find this a lot with the people, with the women that I work with. They think they're intermittent fasting and they are not. It's because they think that they're doing um, 0 calories. They think they're like, no, I'm not taking in any calories. So I'm like, okay, what are you drinking in the morning? Common thing people will say is, well, I put half and half in my coffee, or I've put heavy cream in my coffee. I've put some 0 calorie sweetener in my coffee. Those things there are going to interrupt your intermittent fasting. Period. End of story. Even if it says 0 calorie, even like stevia, even like whatever the other ones that are out there, the sweet and lows, whatever. No, you got to take those out of your coffee and out of your tea. They are absolutely interrupting your fat burning process. And that's just something that people think. When I say 0 calorie, I mean nothing, nothing, um, nothing, unless it's a natural fruit. And I'll talk about that briefly. So 0 calories. If you are using um, any kind of natural organic sweetener, you're going to see erythritol. Okay. You're going to see sorbitol. I mean, even in these energy drinks, maltitol, anything with the TOL in it, you're going to find those are alcohol sugars. Those are what manufacturers use to make 0 calories. Okay. It makes it 0 calories, but here's the thing, it's not natural. It's not a natural 0 calorie food. And so what happens is when you get these alcohol sugars in your system, your body treats it as a enemy to your body, and it absolutely interrupts all of your metabolism, absolutely interrupts all your fat and weight loss issues. And what happens is your body doesn't even digest it. It doesn't even get digested. It's absorbed into your intestine, and that's where you can feel a lot of um, bloating, a lot of disruption in your bowels, all those issues. So just know, low calorie sweetener, even stevia, these main ingredients, you're going to, when you flip over and look at the labels, erythritol, sorbitol, all, TOL, anything fall is going to be an alcohol sugar. You are not at that point fasting because you've introduced that into your body. So take those out. If you need to have some flavor in your beverages, organic teas. Here's one that I use. This is the brand Yogi. Look for the USDA organic, look for the non-GMO, and then just make sure on the label that there's no calories. Herbs and spices don't have calories in them, okay? These teas. So if you're a tea drinker, this is what you can do. Green teas, black teas, chai teas, those types of things. Don't add honey to them. Don't add any of these low-calorie sweeteners to them. Keep them plain with water as you need them for intermittent fasting. Now, when you get into your timed eating window, I like to add a hormone-free grass-fed milk to this. I love it. It's good. But I do that in my timed eating window, not while I'm fasting. I will have water with this, okay? And then moving forward, the other thing is if you want some more flavor and you like your water, use like a tablespoon of real lemon. You can cut a piece of apple, like little piece of apple, put it in your water, let it infuse itself, mint, things like that, raspberries, strawberries. If you need orange a little bit in your water, that's fine. Just cut a piece of it, an actual piece of real fruit, and let it sit in your water, infuse. It can sit in there for like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, and it's totally fine. It's not going to rot or anything like that. And you can have that flavor in your water. So just understand that. Moving forward, organic foods. I have an example here of a Cliff Bar. Okay, here's a Cliff Bar. This is made with organic rolled oats, white chocolate macadamia nuts. Okay, this, don't be fooled by this thing. Okay, I am going to go to the label here. What you're going to find in this is the ingredient list is going to be this long on the back of this. Okay, so if you're seeing this video, if you're on Instagram, it's going to be hard for me to show you this because of the lighting, and it's going to be backwards. But if you're seeing this video elsewhere, here are the ingredients. I'll say it's the first one is rice syrup, brown rice syrup. Okay, that's a laboratory made. Rolled oats, soy protein isolate. That there is made in a laboratory. Cane syrup, rice flour roasted. Soybeans. Soybeans are destructive to a man. It will kill a man's testosterone quicker than anything. Women can tolerate a little bit better. Soybeans are very much a poison in America, and you cannot find them in their natural GMO form. You just can't. You can find them, I think, over in Japan would be where they have to come from. And then even there, you got to be careful. Soy flour, cocoa butter, organic high oleic sunflower oil. That's an altered sunflower oil. They add in vitamins and minerals, potassium citrate, dicalcium phosphate, magnesium oxide, ascorbic acid. Here's an alcohol sugar, DL-alpha tocopherol acetate. Here's the deal. If you can't pronounce it, and it says vitamins and minerals and starts listing all these laboratory made ingredients, those are not real to your body and natural to your body. So your body is not naturally going to handle it properly, and it's just going to screw you up. So don't be fooled by protein bars like this. This is just as bad as any other one in the market. It tastes good. I ain't gonna lie. It does taste good, but this is not organic by any means at all. There's nothing natural about it. Now, the ingredients may have started off natural, but by the time the manufacturer got through making this product, it is now not natural. I can't find one thing in here that's natural except for the rolled oats on it, and maybe some milled flaxseed. That's about it. So anyway, just understand that just because it says organic doesn't mean that it is. And if you have trouble reading labels, let me know. If you're in the Lifetime program, I'm constantly making videos to help you hack label reading, because that's where a lot of people get hung up. Make sure you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep if you're stuck in your weight loss. Now, can you lose weight loss on less hours? Yes, I was able to do it. At the time when I was going through my transformation, I was working at the fire department. I worked 24 hours on, 48 hours off, and a lot of times I did not get a lot of adequate sleep. That's probably the number one struggle being a firefighter, is being able to get that sleep. So I had a lot of intermittent sleep patterns. My body overcame. I leveraged my food enough where I could still get the results, and that's what I did. But if you are not in a situation like that necessarily, or an overnight shift, and even if you are in an overnight shift, if you can stay consistent more times than not on 7 to 8 hours of sleep, even if you're doing like 4 hours of the 7 a week where you get the 7 or 8 and 3 nights a week, maybe you're not, you're still leveraging. So just know, if you can stay consistent on that, you can actually burn calories and fat and lose weight in your sleep, especially if you're doing a timed eating window. It is like the best way to lose weight. Okay, canned fruits. I want to talk to you about that real quick. Do not be eating, I got the label here, do not be eating canned fruit. from a can, from I have the label. There it is. Don't eat it out of a can. Don't eat it out of a plastic container on a shelf. That's not natural. They've add all kinds of stuff to it. Don't do it. It has to be in its natural and best organic form that you can find, and that's probably going to be in the produce section. Frozen would be your next best option, but you still have to read the label and make sure they have not added sugar to it. This one is Del Monte's crushed pineapple, the can. This is the can that you'll find on the shelf. Del Monte crushed pineapple. The ingredients: pineapple, water, sugar. No. And know that people want to add fruits and stuff to your diet. They have a place in timed eating window, but you cannot be eating them out of a can or a prepackaged with a plastic seal on it. No. Natural form is the best. Frozen will be your second best, but make sure there's nothing added into it. That's a very common one I find with people, especially women who tell me that they are borderline type 2 diabetes. I watch them eat fruit and I'm like, that's pushing you over to the other side. Eliminate that. If you want fruit, great. Make it towards the end of your eating window. Make sure it's natural, make sure it's organic, and make sure you wash it if you do get it, and enjoy it. But don't eat it out of a can. Don't eat it out of a plastic container that is on the shelf. That's not natural. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about is alcoholic beverages. If you are drinking a lot of beer, even the low calorie beer, just know that that's full of wheat and full of barley and all those things. I like it just like everybody else does, but you have to understand that's going to spike your insulin more than anything. And when your body has to spike the insulin and come down, it has to stop all the fat burning processes to get your body to come back down, level out your blood sugar so you can continue to burn fat and weight. Now, can you have alcoholic beverages? Yes, you can. The best ones that are going to keep you from doing all that mess with your body are going to be more of your spirits. For women, it's going to be like your tequila, but you got to be careful. You don't want to be adding all these artificial sweeteners to it and all these things. And your vodkas, your bourbons, whiskeys, things like that. Now, does that mean that you should be drinking like 3 or 4 drinks every day? No. It just means that if you want a little bit of that, totally fine. Just put it in your timed eating window at the end of your day and make sure you're only having like 1 or 2 servings tops. And you don't need it every day, but we go out with friends and stuff. Those are going to be the type of things that you want to do. You're going to want to make sure that they are basically on the rocks. And if you do like to have like your margarita, I have an awesome organic margarita recipe in my lifetime membership program, and you can check out that if you want more into it. But I've got a natural margarita recipe that you actually squeeze the limes. I use kosher salt. You can use pink Himalayan salt, and then a little bit of rum or tequila, and then a little bit of, the recipe's in there, but you can actually have it that way. I wouldn't recommend having it every day, but absolutely you can totally have it. It's totally like organic and good. That being said, those are some of the common ones that people run into where they're stuck in their weight loss. So just remember, 0 calories, stay away from all the alcohol, sugars, natural sweeteners, all that when you're fasting. Be drinking the teas, coffees, and make sure they're herbs and spices in water. And if you want the fruit in your water, infused fruit will not break your fast as long as it's real fruit and you're just cutting it and letting it naturally come out in the water. Make sure your organic foods are truly organic. Like I said, this is not organic. This Cliff Bar is not, and neither is pretty much 99% of all products like that on the shelf. Canned fruit, get rid of it. Make sure it's all natural, organic fruit. Frozen, be your second best. Make sure you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep above it, more so than not. And then alcoholic beverages, moderation, and just being mindful of what you're doing there. Now, as you do all these things and your body's working through the process, you will get the struggle with it. But just understand that your body at some point is going to give in to you, and you just have to be persistent and consistent. Things didn't happen overnight, so you can't expect, and it can happen. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but don't expect an overnight, like dramatic weight loss thing, because it didn't take you didn't wake up one day and go, oh my gosh, I got in this horrible place. It didn't happen overnight. It was a pattern of not making the better choices, which put you on this side. Now we're flipping it and going the other way. And it's one better choice at a time. And that's how you're going to get there. You're going to stay there. You're going to keep getting what you're looking for. So just focus on that. But those are the most common things that I find with women who are struggling or get into a plateau where they haven't triggered their body again to keep burning weight and fat. So just do it that way. You've got this. If I can help you, let me know. If you want to get into my free stuff, my free belly fat hacks, I got a free ebook out there. Go to thehormonehack.com/hacks. You want to get into the lifetime program. You'll read all about it in there, but I will mail you a coffee mug from the program. You will get the implementer, which is my binder. I ship it to your house and you get started right away. You figure out your timed eating window, your meal 1, 2, and 3, and you write it out. I give you 21 days right there. It is so easy. It's so good. The lists are right there to pick from. You can match it to the recipe book and you are set up for success. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. And I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking out my video. And I will see you guys. Whoops. I will see you guys on the next one. There we go. I am going to check off. So anyway, go over to my Facebook page, get into my podcast. You'll see it all on my cover page on what we can do. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.